I'm Anil Kumar, and in this video we'll try to understand how to graph a line from the given equation in vectors. So most of my videos in vectors are more related to the right side of the brain rather than the left. So we'll do rather visualize and then do our work. So that's the whole idea. Less algebra now, okay? Okay, so that's the kind of xy axis which we have drawn. Assume these lines are perfectly straight, okay, and that's the origin. Okay, so let me write few equations so that we know what to graph. Okay, so when we talk about vectors and equations of line, we could have equation of line in different forms. Let's write one in vector form. So we could have x equals 2. Let's take point 1, 3. So that is the initial point, and then to this we'll add a direction and let the direction be so 1, 3, and then let's bring it downwards. So we'll say 2 to the right and then say minus 1. So we'll bring it down. Okay, so slope kind of, it's slope downwards kind of. Okay, so let this be the first equation to try. Okay, so 1, 3 really means that move 1 unit to the right and 3 up. So 1, 2, 3, right? So that is the scale kind of. Okay, so we get a position vector which is here. Is it okay? So this is your position vector. So 1, 3. Now from here you have to move in this direction. If t is 1, you get the next point, and the direction given to you is 2 minus 1. So move 2 units, 1 and 1, 2. And minus 1 means 1 unit down. Is it okay? So that is 2, 1. So once you do that, you can actually join these, right? So your line will be kind of like this. Is it okay? So that is what it is. So we get this second position as kind of like this, right? Okay, so we got these two positions. Let's call this as A, this as B, and you know that becomes kind of a triangle also. So at times you may have a question to make a vector triangle from the equation which we have just drawn, correct? So that's one way of sketching a line. I hope the steps are very clear. Normally the initial vector, we call this as R0. The next one we call as R, and this is in the direction of this, we treat it as S, right? So it is 1 times 2 minus 1. As an exercise, find the coordinates of point B. That is for you question. Find what is position vector OB, right? So this is for you to do. Basically, you have to just add this up. So let me write it down. I hope you got it, right? 1 plus 2 is 3, and 3 minus 1 is 2. So that is the position vector. 3 and 2. So if you see 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2. Do you see that? So if you have a good graph paper, you'll accurately position them. Perfect. Well, you could have drawn like this also. That is, from the given equation, take different values of t, you'll get set of points, join them. Simple as that. So that is the other way, which is take value. We took t as equals to 1, got point B. So 2 positions, join them. Right. That's one way. Good. Let's take another equation of a line in a different form. Okay, so let me write down a form which is called parametric form. Let's say x equals to, let's do it on this side, as minus 4 plus t, and y equals 2. Let's say 2 plus 2t. Okay, let this be the line. Now, if that is your equation, what form of equation is this? That is a set of equation, right? So we call this as parametric equation. So we had the vector equation here, and this is parametric. Now, when you are given parametric equation, if t is 0, you have a point minus 4, 2, right? So let me write down set of points from here. So if t equals to 0, we get the point let me write the vector. I'll show you a vector. So which will be minus 4, 2, right? And if I write t equals to 1, then I'll get another vector which will be, if I write 1 here, minus 4 plus 3 minus 3, and 1 here, so it'd be 4, right? So minus 3, 4. Is it okay? So we get 2 points. Once you get 2 points, then you can locate these points. So let me call these points as P and Q. Okay. So what is OP? OP from origin to P will be the position vector minus 4, 2. So we'll go minus 4 means left, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, and 2 up. So 1, 2, right? So let's say this. So this is the position vector OP, right? This is the position vector OP. Good. How about the other one, OQ? Minus 3 and 4. So minus 3 is here and 4. So 1, 2, 3, and 4, right? So that becomes the second position vector. And two sides of our triangle. Do you see that? So you do have questions where you have to sketch lines from making this triangle thing, right? So you could use this strategy, and that's the line, right? So this is your line. Let me call this as line 2. So I'll write line 2 here, right? And this one is line 1 for me. Okay, so I'll write line 1. Okay. So I hope you get it. So we actually have drawn position vectors OP and OQ and then connected them. Correct? So this point is Q. Fine. So that's another way of doing it. Now we could have equation of a line in scalar form also, right? So let me give you a scalar form. We say scalar or Cartesian. Okay, so scalar or Cartesian. So in this form, let's say we have a line which is let's say we have 2x minus 3y, and I would like to have this as negative because I have not used this part of the graph. So I'll use plus 6 equals to 0, right? So that becomes our scalar or Cartesian equation. Now how to sketch this one? To sketch this equation, we should find intercepts. So we should find x-intercept and y-intercept, okay? And then sketch. For x-intercept, you will put y equals to 0. So if y equals to 0, you just hide this. You get 2x plus 6 equals to 0. So x is equal to minus 3, right? 6 divided by 2. Do the calculation, okay? So let's do. So we get 2x plus 6 equals to 0. And that is 2x equals to minus 6. And x equals to minus 6 over 2, which is minus 3. Is it okay? Okay. Similarly, y-intercept is when x equals to 0. So if x is 0, you hide this. You can take 3y equals to 6 and y equals to 6 divided by 3, which is 2. So you get these two intercepts, right? So x-intercept is minus 3 and y-intercept is 2. I got the other way, okay. So minus 3 is your x-intercept, 1, 2, 3. So that is your 1 point, y-intercept is 2, 1 and 2, the other point. And if you join these two, then you get your graph. Okay, so let me use a lighter color so that it doesn't really spoil the whole thing. Okay, so let me highlight this with this kind of thing. Okay, so that becomes my line L3. L3, is it okay? So this is how you can actually sketch lines when they are given in different forms. I hope that helps. You can always share and subscribe my videos. As a practice, you can take few other questions. Let me give you, let's say we have a point P, which is 2 minus 3, and the direction as, let's say, minus 3 minus 4. So joining this point and this with this direction, sketch a line. That could be an exercise. Once you sketch a line, write equation in different forms, right? So write equations in vector form, in parametric form, and in scalar form, right? So that could be your exercise. So let's say practice. Okay. And I hope that helped. You can always share and subscribe my videos, and feel free to share questions and comments. Thank you and all the best.